Let's see how quickly we can put a top end on. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys here. You can see me. First thing, prep your surfaces. I have already prepped this. You can use alcohol, brake clean, acetone, anything that cuts grease. I have washed this cylinder many times. Okay, put your rings on. Now, the reason why I've had this top end off is I had to taper what's left of the bridge. I had to taper in such a way I could see some rub marks on the rings. So that's what's going on there. Again, I understand the principles of tapering that, but I've never done it in a Homelite, and this bridge is particularly small. Just gonna get a little bit of Opti 2. This is the oil I use. Love this oil. There's a lot of good oils on the market. This is just what I use, and I use it because one of the guys I caught with has been using it for 25-30 years, and we've pulled apart saws that have been run on this stuff for 25 or 30 years, and it's pretty incredible how nice they are inside. Okay, I need to wipe that corner because I dropped some oil in there. Okay, we're going to get that going. Make sure your hands are clean and oil free. I wash my hands with brake clean. That's probably not something I'd advise you, but I've been doing it forever, so it is what it is. Okay. Again, Moto Seal. This stuff is for putting engines together, motorcycle engines. This is what I've always used back in the day when I worked on Harleys and dirt bikes, that kind of thing. I've never had a problem with it. Again, I used to be really into building Harley Davidson's engines, stuff like that. So that's my hobby background. I like to make Harleys go fast. Don't do that anymore. Find when you get into something and you do it too long, maybe you burn yourself out. I did that for many years. Okay, let's keep the piston out of the way. I'll probably do a Harley again in the future. Actually, this won't be on the channel anytime soon, but I have a Ducati that's been sitting for, it seems like a few years, but it's like 10 or 12 years. It's a late 80s Ducati 750 Sport Red. It's in the house, actually. It's been in the house for years. I've never run it since I've lived at this property. I'd like to get it running on the channel one day. It's pretty cool. Dry clutch, it's got dual flat slide Makunis, open belts. It's gizmo-y. I like gizmo-y engines with twirly parts, I call it. I like when you can see the engine moving. Okay, let's put this on here. I probably overdid it on there, but I got big fat fingers and they don't always apply sealant the best, but I'll do a thin coat on here. These Homelites are strange. They have studs, which that's just odd. It works. It's totally different to work on though. Like, I'm used to screws, so it's just a different setup. Okay, nice thin layer on here. Get our ring compressor. I'll probably break this up into a couple videos so that it's not as boring. Okay, I like to take my finger, take a good hearty dose of oil and rub it into the bore. Again, I clean the bore. The old machinist trick, you clean the bore until it the rag comes out clean. Okay, you wipe the cylinder with a rag. That's how you know it's clean. Okay, let's see if we can do this on one go. I find because there's studs on here, this is a little bit tricky to get this piston in. Again, there's some merit to having small hands when you're a mechanic. They just fit everywhere. I can't think of a situation where big hands are better. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. One ring. There we go. Pull that around. Now what I did there is I leaned on the flywheel with my hand to keep the engine from spinning. Okay, let's get rid of this oil so we don't need it. I'm trying to keep my bench clean. It's gotten a little out of hand. So just rambling on while I put this top end on. Tighten these crossways. Check out this wrench. I ground this wrench down almost 20 years ago to do a top end on a Harley. And to fit S&S 103-inch stroker, no, 93-inch stroker. And we couldn't get the wrench in there, so I told my buddy I'll just grind my wrench down. Well, I've had this wrench ground that small, and this is the only wrench that would fit in here with this deck cylinder, so. Okay, she's tight. What do we got? Moves freely. I hope that bridge is good this time, everybody. Okay, so there's your top end on. I've had some issues with these starter pawls. This one keeps getting stuck up. The flywheel has some damage on it, so I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully I have it fixed because I don't want to wreck this flywheel. I put new springs on it. They seem to be better and under tension. So that's a problem that has happened. I noticed the damage, so I had to suss out that problem. Okay, this fuel line, this is a 266 fuel line. It is sweating a little bit. It fits in there. It's sweating. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm probably going to pull it out and seal it until I can get a proper fuel line. I do live in Canada. Shipping has been abysmal all summer. So, I'm having trouble getting parts. So, which is cutting into my builds because stuff's not showing up. Okay. Handle. I'm probably going to break this up into 2 videos. Let's leave this right here. There's your top end on. You guys wanted to see as much as you can, so there you go. There's your top end. It's on. Notice the gasket material. You want to see it squish out all the way around. There's your guarantee you have a good seal. Again, notice the shape of the top of the exhaust. That stuff's very important. If you want your saw to run for a long time, you need to make sure you dish that. A lot of you guys know that, but I'm just... Okay, notice the ring doesn't catch on the bottom. That's that little ramp there. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to leave you right here. I'm going to go to a part 2. I might drop all these in the same day. You guys deserve it. This has been taking longer than I want. I'm going to put the handle on. We got to talk about this handle. In the next video, I'm going to talk about this handle, this carb setup, air filter. Sometimes a good idea is a bad idea. We're going to get to that in the next episode. So everybody that comes here, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That is insane. Really appreciate you guys. When we hit 1,000, I'll have to do something. I don't know what, but we'll do something for you guys. And just appreciate everybody that comes here. I'm going to cut this one short. we got to talk about this handle. So in the next video, we're going to talk about the handle, the carburetor, all the problems I've had mounting the carb in there with the air filter. Okay? Everybody, thanks for coming. Take her easy.